Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Aisha Firdoz and you're watching Teachers World. Hopefully you all are doing well. And before I proceed further, I want you all to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. Before I could start with today's topic, that is how to engage students creatively into the revision process, I want you all to recall on my previous videos wherein I told you about journaling your thoughts, your experiences and all in a teacher's journal, and I also told you to maintain a gratitude journal. Are you doing this? Question yourself. If yes, then I really congratulate you. If no, then please get started, because unless and until we apply the learnings into our lives, then all our time we are investing is just waste. So ponder upon this. Whatever we learn, we need to implement it and bring it to daily practice. Now coming to today's video on student engagement, we have to break the shackles in our mind, the fixed mindsets we have about revisions. Though now that we have planned and made arrangements of different 3-tier approach in the revision process, still we end up by looking at the answers, thinking that out of 10 answers, 5 answers the students have memorized, so good revision, average revision is done. So we have to come out of this particular thinking and give them many activities which are really creative for them to learn. They will enjoy learning. When it comes to languages, you see that during your revision classes, you see as you have already given the test and you have segregated the students. That is for your overview. That's your overview. After that, what you have to do is usage of highlighters, flashcards and all these things is mandatory. In languages also there are many games which actually build up their vocabulary, sentence formation. There are many games which are available on net. You can go through and then implement in the classes. When it comes to comprehension passages, help them to frame questions. Let them frame questions. And all these discourses of choreography and all, they can perform in the class. And when it comes to written also, in the collaborative peer tutoring way, they will learn a lot. You can tell them to make presentations of individual topics. When it comes to mathematics teachers have to first create interest for the subject in the students before attempting anything, because fear of math is a very big term and an important term in schools. Why do they fear math? It is because teachers are not making it interesting to learn. When students can solve games, and they are such digital natives nowadays, like even we don't know many things, they understand easily, then why not mathematics? Then somewhere we need to ponder. We are not doing justice to it. Create interest, tell them that something definitely will be given to you and you have to work on it, take it and get the solution. If you instill this thought in their minds, then they literally enjoy mathematics. Make flashcards of formulae, make a display wall of the key concepts. The display wall can be in your houses, in their houses, or in your classroom as well, whether it is online or offline. And when they look into those colorful concepts, formulae, keywords, what happens is it gets captured in their memory and it is easy for them to recall. When it comes to science and social studies, again usage of flashcards and mnemonics and memory techniques can be used, and making an acronym using the first letter of each alphabet. When they have to first alphabet of each word, when they have to memorize different states names or something which has lots of information in it, then they can go with this mnemonics. And encourage them to use graphic organizers, mind mapping, concept maps, flow charts, and encourage them to use them in their exam sheets as well. And divide the students into groups and give them some topics for presentation in the way they want. They will work in their group and see that each individual of the group gets a role in that seminar or the project which you are giving. All these methods actually increase their interest, creative interest, and revision becomes very interesting. Social studies teachers can go with timelines for them to memorize the dates. History is very boring for them. Sorry, it's the fact. So they just mug up. But then if you introduce time maps, all these colorful ways of learning, they will definitely learn properly and remember just not for replicating it. They remember to understand. So these are some of the techniques, and one advice I want to give to all the teachers is teachers have to be researchers. They have to be aware of the problems which are existing in the student community, in the school, in your classroom, and you also have to know what are the people around the world doing with such problems, how are they coping up with such difficulties, and if you have some unique solution for that, please come out, start journaling. When you start writing, when you start documenting, and when you share, then automatically your level of being a teacher will raise up to a level of sharing with your colleagues, and it will give you a boost to your career also. So you have to share. There are platforms. Teachers World is also one platform. If you have some ideas, practical problems which a teacher faces in the class, in the school, and if you can come out with solutions, please share on firdousaisha9922@gmail.com as you're sharing your success stories. Very soon, all these will be shared with the world around. Having said this, I want you all to enjoy teaching, happy teaching. Jazakallahu khair. Signing off, Aisha Firdaus.